A lot of people are not going to like this, but I think it needs to be said. Our cities should be designed around people, not cars. Our roads, our streets, our spaces, they should be made for humans and not machines. Hi, people. I've been thinking about this ever since I visited the Netherlands. I saw something there that I do not see enough of here. A city that wants you to be alive, to move, to breathe, to exist comfortably. And honestly, it's wild how many of our cities do not do that, especially in places like ours, where the conversation around development is so focused on expansion, we are forgetting to ask who is this expansion even for? As we head towards ideas like Viksit Bharat 2047, I think it's crucial we understand the difference between growth and development. Growth is taller buildings and wider roads, but development is when those buildings and roads actually make people's lives better. And that only happens when cities are designed for humans first. Now, there are three questions that we need to tackle for this video. The first being, what is human centric design? Human centric design means putting people at the center of where a city is built. Not just car owners, not just the rich, but everyone. Kids, old folks, disabled people, women walking home at night. It means sidewalks wide enough for two people to walk at once. Public spaces that do not feel like an afterthought. Cities where you can walk to the store without needing to risk your life crossing a 4-lane highway. You shouldn't step out of your house and land straight on a freeway. You should be able to stroll with your toddler, take your grandmother to the park, cycle to work without a death wish. But what do we get instead? 6-lane roads in residential colonies, zero safe crossings, dead concrete spaces that leave no room for people to just exist. The second important question is, why does this matter? Why does human centric development matter? Because the opposite is not just making life uncomfortable but dangerous. In India alone, over 1.5 lakh people die in road accidents every year. That's one person every 4 minutes. A majority of these are pedestrians, cyclists, two-wheeler riders, the very people cities forget to protect. This isn't an accident, it's by design. Cities that prioritize cars end up punishing everyone that doesn't have one. And when people can't walk safely, breathe clean air, and access public transport, you get higher pollution, loneliness, poorer health, a massive gap between those who can participate in the city and those who cannot. But when a city is built for people, you feel it instantly. In the Netherlands, I didn't need a car to feel human. I walked, I biked, I took the tram, I sat near the canals. It wasn't just beautiful, it was livable. Now, this brings us to our last and most important question. How do we do this, and has this been done before? So, how does one make that shift? Firstly, it is not utopian, it is practical. Cities across the world are already doing it. Barcelona has super blocks. These are car free zones packed with cafes, trees, and kids playing. Paris is removing parking spots and adding green spaces. Amsterdam didn't just add bike lanes, it replaced car lanes with them. Now, in India, change is slow but not impossible. Bangalore has experimented with pedestrian zones. Pune and parts of Delhi have shown that walkable designs can and will work if we let them. The shift doesn't have to start with billions, it can start with intent. The intent to build safer sidewalks, more buses, more benches, plant more trees. Ask this one question when designing anything public. Can a 10-year-old and an 80-year-old move through this space safely? If not, it's time to redesign. Our cities shape our lives more than we realize. They can either exhaust us or hold us, put us out or pull us in. If we want better lives, we need better cities, not louder, not taller, just more human. Because the real mark of a developed nation is not how fast its cars move, it's in how well its people live. Anyhow, that's it for today's video. Until next time, Yours truly.